Hi friends, thank you so much for being here. Today's video, I'm sharing with you my affordable / drugstore cruelty-free makeup starter kit. If you are new to makeup or if you want to go cruelty-free and you don't know where to start, you don't want to spend a lot of money, I got you. I have a lot of amazing products to talk about, so if you want to know the best affordable / drugstore cruelty-free makeup, full face, all the way, primer to lashes to lips, everything, then let's go. Starting off with primers, I've already talked about this one before. This is my Project Pan and it was my favorite primer last year. This is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer Base. This is silicone free. It is quite similar to the Smashbox original Photo Finish primer, that one that is very pore smoothing, blurring, everything. You can get this for $6.39 at Target, and my favorite thing about this one, where my smile lines are, I do tend to have creasing. Stuff really likes to settle into these lines around the mouth area. This helps alleviate that issue. And if you have dry skin, it's not going to dry you out. For oily skin people, especially because now it is summertime, it's really hot, we're all sweating, it does help with congestion and buildup and breakdown, helps reduce all of those issues specifically in that area. The other primer I have is for the eyes. This is my tried and true. I've been using this eyeshadow primer for 10 years. I think I started using this literally when I was in high school in 2012. So this is just the best. I have never strayed away from this primer. It does have a very slight tint, nothing like the Rare Beauty eye primer, stuff like those that really cover all of the veins. It does offer just a little bit of a tint, but my favorite part is that it's not too sticky, it's very smoothing, and it just makes the eyeshadows last all day. I never ever have issues with eyeshadows fading, and it's really all thanks to this primer. Almost forgot to mention, so this eyeshadow primer, you can find it for $7.99 at Target. Now you can just leave the primer by itself without setting it or putting any kind of like base eyeshadow on top. It works fine that way. But for me, I believe that my eyeshadows blend better when I do powder over top of this primer. So I'm going to use my very loved and abused e.l.f. Prime and Stay finishing powder. This is only $3 at Walgreens right now. In other places like e.l.f., their website, Target, and Walmart, this one is $4, but still, if you want a blurring, smoothing powder, this one right here. It's not going to lock in your makeup and really help with longevity. This is more so if you just want a certain look to your makeup. If you want something a bit more refined, a bit more smooth, you would go in with a powder like this. I'm not going to talk very long about this one. You guys already know. If you've watched any number of my videos at all, like, you've absolutely seen this little eyeshadow quad. Bless you. These are only $3. It really doesn't get better than this. This is the only all matte one. But they do have a bunch of different color stories, from light to deep kind of color stories, with and without color. They have shimmers. They just have everything you could ever want, and you can get these on their website, of course, and also at Ulta and Target. Now, if you are wanting an actual palette that is affordable or available at the drugstore, ColourPop 9-pan palettes, they're just a classic. They work well, the shimmers, the mattes. However, I would stray away from the more pastel, kind of grayish, very light colored palettes, because those ones just tend to be really dusty and cloudy, and specifically for those of you with a deep skin tone, those are not going to work. Now for pencil eyeliners, I've talked so much about these before in my last video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I talked about the LA Girl Shockwave eyeliners. I've raved about the black one. I've also done a tutorial with the black one before, and I got some new colors. in the metallic and the neon formulas. These are only $4.99, and Ulta always has sales. I got these actually for like $3.29 each, so look out for a sale at Ulta. These are also available at Target. I do have some lash recommendations for you guys. I love a good false lash, and if you've been here a while, you already know. Miss Jeju from AOA Studio, one of my favorite lashes of all time. And if you don't know, these are from Shop Miss A, which is an online retailer. So I understand that it's not for everyone. You do have to order these online. You can't find these in store. But these are literally only $1.88. They don't last as long as your Kiss lashes or your Ardell lashes, but they have some styles that I haven't been able to find anywhere else, like specifically the Jeju style. Haven't found any other lashes that look like this, and they just look so good. So because they're only $1.88, I always buy in bulk, okay? I always have AOA Studio, the dramatic faux mink lashes. Another favorite are the Ardell Remy lashes. Those are about like $8, so I understand that is a little bit up there in price, but I was able to get them for $4.49 at Ulta, so look out for a sale for Ardell lashes. Ardell makes my favorite lashes. They are just the best quality, super easy to put on, even easier than these really cheap ones from Shop Miss A. This is newer to their lash collection. This is their Deluxe Curl line, and I got the style Betty. These ones from AOA Studio look a lot like my favorite lashes of all time, the Mega Volume 257s from Ardell. Okay, I really like these lashes. After applying them though, they're giving more those velour plant fiber lashes in Cloud 9. I tried those on a couple months back in one of my videos, and it's actually more so giving that vibe because they are so curly, but they're tapered. So for me with hooded eyes, and I have smaller eyes, it actually works. My top mascara recommendation for you guys is the Essence I Love Extreme Waterproof Mascara. I'll put a picture up because they have a lot of different versions of that. So I want to make sure you guys know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's the one in the dark blue packaging. That one, super waterproof, holds a curl. The wand is a bit big, so it might not be for everyone, but that one, out of all the Essence mascaras, out of all the mascaras that I consider to be affordable. Quickly, let's define affordable. For me, I'm talking $10 and under. Most of these products are closer to like that $6 range, which is really good. The ColourPop 9-pan palettes are $14, and then I have another product coming later that's $15, but everything else I'm talking about is under $10. So because I don't have that mascara, I'm just gonna pop on something that I do have, which is not affordable drugstore, and I'll be right back. For foundation, these definitely do not match me right now, but these are my top recommendation if you're looking for an affordable foundation. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, specifically the dewy one. I have dry skin, and so the dewy one is absolutely perfect. It gives you a nice natural medium coverage, natural satin finish. This one wears extremely well, especially in the heat. If you're sweating, it's not gonna break up. It's just going to fade away naturally, if anything. Definitely not my color right now. These are my winter shades. So, by the way, you can get these for $5.47 at Walmart and Target. What I am going to use instead, I used in my last video, and these are the She Glam Full Coverage Foundation Balms. These retail for $8.49, and you can only get these online on their website. What I like about this foundation is that it wears way better than you think it would for being a balm, very creamy kind of texture. You would think that this kind of product would just slip and slide around, that you absolutely would want to avoid this in the summer, but this has actually been one of my go-to base products for the summer. It's 100 degrees, I live in the desert, so summers here are super intense. This actually sets down, and the way that it melts in and adheres and becomes one with your skin just makes it invisible, and it feels like absolutely nothing. And I do go in with a damp sponge after I go in with my foundation brush just to work it in, and I go ahead and take off any excess. And by the way, speaking of sponges, this is also from Shop Miss A. This is their Paw Paw blender sponge. This is literally $1, you guys, and I like this way more than any other affordable sponge from Real Techniques, Eco Tools, Elf. Like, this is the best, and it's also the cheapest, which is pretty crazy, but this is literally a beauty blender dupe. It works just as well. Another sponge recommendation slash sponge case. This is from DSMD. I've been using this case for about 3 years now, and I have used their sponges before. Their sponges are only $6, and they're kind of like that microfiber, like velvety kind of texture. Not like this, which this is much more fine and smooth. That DSMD sponge is really good for baking, really good for powders. It works well with liquids, of course, but if you're also interested in a sponge case or an alternative sponge, DSMD shop. Next is concealer, and my first recommendation, this has been a classic, tried and true for me for 2 or 3 years now, and this is the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer, and you can get this on their website, Walmart, or Target for $6. I use the shade Medium 30W, and this is a clicker. This is one of the best wearing concealers I've ever had in my life. It wears so naturally. This is definitely not going to give you a lot of coverage, but the brightness that it provides is very effective. This shade is a bit too light for me right now because I do have a tan going on, but the texture is so thin, and it never breaks up, it never bunches up, acts weird with any kind of powder, or if it mixes with sweat, anything like that. It just works. It's just so easy to manipulate. It's very reliable. Another recommendation that is also from e.l.f. is their Hydrating Camo Concealer. I had this concealer, but mine expired, and I'm currently going through a project pan right now, so I don't need any more concealers. But I truly miss that concealer. I think about that concealer all the time. It's one of my favorites. Super full coverage and very creamy. A bit more thicker of a texture than the Flawless Brightening. So if that is more your style, you will not be disappointed with the Hydrating Camo Concealer. That one is $7, and you can get that on their website, Walmart, or Target. Let's put some bronzer on, and my first recommendation is also from e.l.f. There's gonna be a lot of e.l.f. in this video, and this is their Luminous Putty Bronzer. This is $7 and available on their website, Target, and Ulta. I prefer this way more than their original putty bronzer. I could do this with my eyes closed and just do a couple pats, and boom. Already have really natural kind of satin glow going on. The putty line is great because all of the putty products are cream to powder, so this does set down and it feels and acts like a powder for the rest of the day. This bronzer is great for beginners. You really can't overdo it. That product that I was telling you guys is $15 is this next product, but hear me out. I've talked about this a ton on my channel. I won't say much. The Ulta 3-in-1 cheek palette in the shade Santorini Sun. They have 2 other shades, and this one is $15, and this is Ulta Beauty's in-house brand. So this is only available at Ulta. For $15, you get 3 different products in one. So if you do the math, it's $5 each. You get the bronzer, blush, and highlight. You can also use these as eyeshadows, which I have done plenty of times. And this bronzer that's in here is one of my favorite powder bronzers. I have an olive undertone. I can also get away with like yellow golden undertones, but this one, because it has a reddish undertone, it really complements my skin tone perfectly. These baked powders are also foolproof. They'll never look patchy. They'll never look muddy or too heavy. Now, I do have some highlighters that I would recommend that are around like the $9–10 range, but I already got a highlighter right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the one that's in this palette. And I'm really trying to give you guys like the cheapest of the cheap, you know, because $9 is still $9. And if you buy a couple of products that are $9, it adds up, okay? So I'm trying to give you guys the absolute cheapest, most affordable, but also products that are actually gonna work and make you look and feel beautiful. Next is my favorite part, blush. And sadly, this specific blush choice, it is the cheapest blush I own, but it is also the hardest to get. I've talked about this in my blush video. I'll leave a link right here. Go check that out if you want to know my top blush picks. But Item Beauty, guys, Item Beauty is gone out of business. You can't even go on their website anymore. But if you go on the Flip app, I've talked about and raved about the Flip app. If you are going to listen to anything I say in this video, check out the Flip app. The Flip app is the only place currently where you can still get Item Beauty. I guess they're just selling like the rest of their stock that they have, so everything is discounted. This blush, this is their Blushing Like Cream Blush in the shade It's Verified. This color is perfect, and this is literally $6.40. You get 30% off and free shipping on orders $22 and up. So don't sleep on it, you guys. Check out the Flip app. They have a ton of brands on there, from a drugstore like CoverGirl and e.l.f. to high-end like Hourglass and Dose of Colors. On to eyebrows. I don't have either of these products in my collection, but of course I have had them before. First one being the e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. This is specifically for those of you who have finer hair that isn't super coarse and hard to stand up. The thing that I like most about the e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel is because it has a bunch of fibers in it, so it's kind of like a one-and-all product. You can fill in your eyebrows, give them some volume and a little bit of hold, but I find for my kind of coarse hair, it doesn't last very well. It's $5 on their website at Ulta and Target. Second one is my number one top pick, and it is the ColourPop Brow Gel. Now this one is a little bit more expensive at $8, but I've gone through tubes of this stuff and it is truly the best affordable cruelty-free brow gel under $10. This one for coarse hair, if you need something to tint the brows, add volume, and actually place them and hold them all day, this is going to be your option. You can get this at Ulta and Target. And then the last recommendation, the e.l.f. Brow Lift. What I really like about this one is it doesn't leave those dandruffy kind of white marks that look like crust on your eyebrows. It's only $5, and this is a great clear brow gel. Also, the Brow Lift applicator that is specifically made for this product is phenomenal. I use that all the time, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows with the stuff that I do have, and I'll be right back. Finally made it to the lips. You guys know I always have a plethora of lip options. I got lip liners, a liquid lipstick, I got glossy finish, like I got a little bit of everything. So let's start with lip liners. I have 4 affordable cruelty-free lip liners for you guys, and all of these are only $5 each. I have 3 from Moira Cosmetics. They are online only, and then I have a NYX one that you can find at basically most drugstores. This actually is on sale for $3.99 at Target. Other places like Ulta, this is $5. So first with the NYX Suede Matte Lip Pencils, I have the shade Mason. This is my absolute favorite color out of the Suede Matte line. I would recommend these most if you are looking for something that is a little more drier in formula and something that's going to be really good to layer other things on top of for longevity purposes. This one does tend to tug a little bit more than the other lip liners I have, but it makes up for it with how long it lasts, and it does make anything that you put on top of it last longer. And then we have the Moira lip pencils. I actually do prefer these over the NYX ones just because these are a little bit more creamy, but not overly creamy where they're going to bleed and rub outside of the lip line, because these do set down, just not as matte as the next one would be. So I have 3 colors in 2 different formulas, although I find that both of these are basically the same. I have one in their signature lip pencil, and this is the shade Sandy Brown. So there's Sandy Brown right there in the signature lip pencil. This is my #1 favorite. I've been wearing this Sandy Brown color almost every single day. And then I have 2 from the must-have lip liners. This one is called Warm Toast, and this last one is Chocolate. I have 2 matte finish lip products to share with you guys. Another one from Moira. This is their matte liquid lipstick. This retails for $7.50 on their website. Honestly, I wouldn't classify this as a liquid lipstick. This acts more like a lip cream / mousse because it's not transfer proof. There is some transfer, and the way it feels and wears off throughout the day acts more like a mousse / matte cream. So this is that Moira liquid lipstick, and I have the shade Sweetest. And next is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this shade Cairo. If you are like me and you love that super contoured kind of 90s lip, this is my favorite product to go in to do that kind of look, and this retails for $7 at Ulta. So this is the shade Cairo down here. It kind of blends into my skin tone because it is so light. I talked about this next product recently. This is from Yes Style, and this is from the brand Unleashia, and this is their Hug Velvet Tint in the shade #4 Join. So that beautiful berry strawberry color is Join from Unleashia. That has a really nice fruity scent. Now this is not a liquid lipstick. It is definitely what it says it is a velvet tint. So it has a very blurring, smoothing, moisturizing kind of feel to it, and it does stain. And you can buy this for $7 on Yes Style. And my last 2 recommendations are both from AF94. This is About Face's younger sister, available at Walmart. First is the AF94 Scribble Stick, and this is $7.98 at Walmart. So there's that scribble stick right here. As you can tell, it's literally a gloss in a stick. This is so much fun. These also smell like strawberry shortcake, and this is the shade Keeping Secrets. And this last product is very used and abused. This is part of my project pan, and this is their clear lip gloss, the Give 'Em Lip High Shine Lip Gloss in the color Do You See It. It is clear, but I went ahead and I swatched it for you just so you could see the kind of shine it gives. It's not goopy, and it doesn't leave like the stringiness or give you like butthole lips, you know, but it feels thicker, not heavy, but it almost feels like you're putting on a lip mask with a wand. For today, I'm gonna try this lip combo out and see how it pairs with the blue, but first I'm gonna go in with the Moira lip pencil in Warm Toast. And I'm pairing it with the Moira liquid lip in Sweetest. And this is the final look using all affordable, cruelty-free makeup. If you liked this video, if you want to see more tutorials, get ready with me's, recommendation, favorites videos, talking about all things cruelty-free, then like, comment, subscribe. You already know the drill. I am sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one.